Welcome to Look Behind the Look, the celebrated podcast that explores your favorite looks in film, television, and fashion history. Through conversations with the fashion world's elite and award-winning hair, makeup, and costume designers on sets around the world, you will see and hear exciting tales from behind the scenes, career origin stories, and tons of advice and tips. I'm your host, Tiffany Bartok. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Look Behind the Look. If you're watching, amazing. Can you go ahead and subscribe for me? I would love you forever. That would be amazing. I have a certain goal of a certain number that I'm looking to close out 2024 with, and it would be tremendously helpful to the podcast if you would just press that button. That's all you have to do. And just to let you know, I'm on Substack, as everybody else is, and I'd love to connect with you over there. Substack's been pretty awesome. I love it, actually. I moved the entire podcast over to Substack, and the community there is pretty cool because it's all kind of new, and so nobody's really figured it out yet, which I kind of love. So there's not a lot of people there, not too many, so it's not overwhelming yet. So head on over to Substack to check everything out if you have a minute. And I write some things there that are not on the podcast, obviously. There and have the videos, the bite-sized videos over there, which are really fun and deeper looks into the films that I love and I know you love, like The Bodyguard and Footloose. And I think this week we are talking about Xanadu. We've been talking about Xanadu for a while, but we have many installments about Xanadu because there was just so much to say. This week, I am talking to Brian Badi. He's an incredible artist. He's the hair department head for The Penguin currently, which is amazing. I had no idea. I did not expect that. I am not like a comic book person, so I didn't know what to expect. It's incredible. Colin Farrell is one of my very favorite actors in the whole universe, and he's mind-blowing in this. I can't recognize him at all, which is very upsetting. He has completely disappeared. So Brian and I go into how that all happened. Sad to see his beautiful face go, but the performance is worth it. Brian and I also talk about his days all the way back, starting with Law and Order SVU. Yeah, so he has some funny things to share about that and about his career, and a lot of dirt, actually, which was a lot of fun to dig into. So please enjoy this conversation with Brian and I. We had a really great time, and you're going to love what he has to say and a lot of advice that he has to give.
Help me up.
Life is just a dream.
You promised me, Oswald.
I know.
I deserve a better life.
I'm working on it. The world ain't set up for the honest man to succeed. That should be the American dream right there. You know, beautiful story with a happy ending. But that ain't the way the world works. America's a hustle. Not that I'm complaining.
Penguin, you waltzing in here like you mean something. We're in the middle of a gang war.
Carmine Falcone's dead.
If we don't protect what's ours, we just look weak. The streets are talking again. They know there's only one man big enough to run this city.
Do you remember Carmine's daughter?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sophia, I thought you was still at,
Arkham? No. I've been rehabilitated.
You're playing a dangerous game with his family on. You think I want Sophia Falcone knocking on my door?
She is the hangman.
What is it you're really after, Oz?
Gonna tear down the empire from the inside out.
Whoever controls the drug business controls the streets.
I'll be running the whole damn trade.
I got ambition. I can help you. feel alive, Vic, huh? Feel your heart beating?
This city is meant to be yours, sweetheart. What are you gonna do to get it?
Trust me. It's just the beginning.
Hi, I'm here with Brian Badi. We are already talking, so I was like, I have to just stop and hit record because you were telling me all about your origins already and how you're from Louisiana, and I was like, wait a minute, I gotta hit record. So, Brian, tell me a little bit more about what you were just saying. You are a hair designer and
Yes.
you're from Louisiana, and I asked you how often you get to go back to Louisiana to work because I know there's a lot of production there. So,
Yeah.
but you were saying that that's where you began, and now tell me
Yeah.
more.
So yeah, I began in work. I'm from New Orleans, so I got
Mhm.
my first job around, I'm telling my age,
That's
but
all right.
1995.
Okay.
And it kind of started there. It wasn't something that I thought about pursuing because in the 90s, it wasn't as known that, hey, you can do hair for films. It was all fashion or music
Totally.
at the time. Yeah,
Mhm.
so this kind of like crept in on the side for me, and I was like, okay, it's cute. I like it because to me, it's different personality types in each world, like music, fashion, and film. So I
Very
seem to,
different.
yeah, very. So, and I seem to fit in well. So my career started there, one film a year maybe, and then I decided to move to New York because I had learned that this local crew title, I was like, what is, oh, we view differently kind of thing. So
Mhm.
I
The
was like,
local
okay,
hire.
the local hire. And I was like, I don't want to be just a local hire. So what do I have to do? And I guess it's as simple as change your zodiac, like not zodiac, your zip code, right?
Zodiac, I love
I
that.
know.
I see where your mind is. I see where you're living.
Yeah, so I moved to New York in 1998. I started on film in 95 and in 98, no, sorry, 2001. 98 is when I started working the programs to get here and making contacts when I was able to work with people from New York and made some friends. And people were like, you can live with me to get your feet off the ground and things like that. And 2001, I made the big switch to New
So
York City.
so tell me more about local hire versus bringing somebody, like this is becoming more and more of a thing. Like you're referring to how like when production says we're just going to have to get a local hire, right? Is that what you're saying? So it's
Kind of, sort of.
a stigma kind of, or
I felt so. I
yeah.
felt that it was a bit of a separation.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I was accepted always, I guess, because of just who I was. So
Mhm.
and that's why I was privy to hearing it more.
Yeah.
I was amongst the conversations as it was happening, that, like I wasn't a local hire.
Right.
And I was like, oh, so there is a separation, there's a difference. So it's almost like I took it personally, like the local
Interesting.
hire wasn't as revered,
Which
so
is
to
not
speak.
true at all. It's just
It's
how
so not
people
true.
think. Right.
It's how people
Mhm.
think, especially when you're dealing with the big engines of a New York
Yeah.
City and a Los Angeles attitude, like we're the big city people. And at the time, I had never worked in these arenas, so I was kind of believing it myself
Yeah, right. Mm.
until I moved to New York and realized that, hey, New York is full of people from other places. So it's
Yeah,
not necessarily the genius children in New York weren't exactly born and raised in New York. So
right, right.
I learned that that was a stigma that wasn't really all the way valid.
Very interesting, very interesting. So
Hmm.
2001, you got to New York, and then were you already union, or were you
Yeah,
trying? Okay,
I became union in 1998.
got it.
One of my besties, Anthony Hemingway, he's a producer director, currently with that Ryan Murphy gig right now. He got my resume on the desk of a show in Baltimore, and that was my first time traveling. And that job grandfathered me into the union instantly because it was a 4-month gig, so it was enough days for me to get my days.
Nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice. What show
yeah.
was that?
That was The Corner,
Okay.
which was from the family of Homicide, and which
Mhm.
was The Wire and all that. Yeah, it was The
Yeah.
Corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And now you said he is working on the Menendez project?
No, no, he's doing the one with Kim Kardashian and Glenn
Got it.
Close. He's the AP as well as director on that. And we're best
Okay.
friends. We instant besties as soon as we met.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. A nice helping hand, a very, very large helping hand.
Yeah. Well, I contribute my being able to live in New York to him
Mm.
and helping me out. So because he let me live with him rent free, which was very important
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it was a struggle.
Yeah.
So I'm forever indebted to him. He's an amazing person.
What a blessing. So what
Hmm.
did you do while you were between shows? What to sort of get by? Were you into fashion or did you do non-union jobs as well or what clients?
I only did salon. I
Ah,
would
okay.
I would go to a job, a film job, and then when I wrapped, I go back to the salon. My clients were very understanding and patient, and that got me through in New Orleans. In New York, I did it as well, but it was a little more difficult
Uh-huh,
in New
uh-huh.
York City
Sure.
because it was very hard for me to develop a clientele here.
What
So
do you know why?
I just think it's New York City. It's
Yeah.
just one of those places. And clients here wasn't exactly weekly people. Like
Right.
they would
One
get like
event.
color, yeah, or cuts, color, and disappear for 2 months.
So
New
true.
Orleans
Right.
client will come just to get a shampoo and pay full
Right.
price. Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
it got me by, but it was definitely a struggle until I landed the gig that made me feel, okay, I can freelance for real, which was Law and Order SVU. And
Okay.
once I got that gig, which was 5 years later, I was like, okay. And I still tried to juggle the salon on weekends. And then one day I had to make the switch and take that big leap of faith and be like, okay, I'm officially a freelance hairstylist from this point. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, wow. Law and Order
Mhm.
SVU saving the day. Now,
Save the day.
now tell me about that. Were you on the team or what is the day? Tell me about the Law and Order SVU day.
I started as the key, which is the second
Mhm.
in charge, and I turned out to be a bit of a hit there. So like Mariska liked the way I did. I had to do her hair like by accident because the department head hurt her back.
Which hairstyle are we in for Mariska at this point?
Okay, this is the one immediately after her Emmy win. So it
Got
was
it.
the
Okay.
bob.
Okay. Okay.
So when I met Mariska, she came through from the Emmys the week after she won her Emmy, and she had a bob.
Okay.
So I wasn't supposed to do her hair, and I had to do it because the department head hurt her back.
Uh-oh.
And so that kind of was not the best thing for her.
She's fine now. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine.
Yeah, yeah. So then it was like one after the next, like the actors started sort of requesting me to
Mhm.
do the hair. And I finished, that was also the year of the writer's strike,
Yes. Yes.
2006, 6 or 7, I think it was.
Yes.
And they started requesting, and then we had a strike, and we came back to work, and it was a little messy. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much, but she sort of fired me, and Mariska got wind of it and made a call, and I became a personal. Cut to the next season, I was department head, and that's how it began.
I'm dying right now.
I mean, if you want some salaciousness, yeah.
Always.
Uh,
Always. I mean, listen, that's how it happens. It's divine intervention, you know?
It does happen that way, and it was not intentional,
No,
and it was a weird position for me to be
of
in
course.
because on one end, like I have actors like we like you, and then on the other end, it's becoming uncomfortable for the department head. And I just wanted to work. I was desperate. I've been struggling for 5 years in New York. Like this was a blessing for me. So I had a little bit of a victimized feeling because I was just caught in the middle of all this, and I didn't ask to be in this position. But I had to like take it in stride, and I had to do what's best for overall.
That's so interesting. And you know what? That's something we actually should have a conversation in the industry about is that like, it happens. It happens. I mean, sometimes talent asks for someone and you cannot force this relationship. You just cannot. And so really just coming to terms with like letting something go. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. But if you just peacefully can let something go, you'll be rewarded with another gig. You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
exactly.
but trying to force that square into a circle and making everybody around you, so upset. I've seen it a million times and it just
Yeah.
ripples into, a whole vibe that
Right. And
is
you
not
you
healthy.
have to not take ownership on it. You have to make
Right.
sure you have to believe
Right.
that it's not your fault. It is
Right.
business at the end of the day. And some
Right.
things it's just meant to be. Like that could have
Yes.
been the process that was coming my way, and it just happened to be a little shaky.
Yes, right, exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, what that show is, I mean, for everybody. I'm not special, but like I have it on while I do all my work throughout the day.
I
Like,
know.
and I don't know why it relaxes me. I need to ask my therapist, but like
Yeah. Yeah. Trust
I've
me.
seen every single episode and every time it seems like a new one. So
Yeah.
I love that
Well, good.
I'm watching your work the whole time. I love it.
Look, for
I love
7
it.
seasons.
Yes,
I went
7
from the
seasons.
bob to the feather Mariska.
Ooh.
Like a lot of the fans was like, "Your hair is the best Mariska hair." I mean, I love her hair now though, so I don't know who
It's
her
good now.
stylist is
Yeah,
currently. Yeah, it's
it's
a
good now.
little, just the right amount of wavy. It's a
Yeah.
little like tousled. It's cute, and I haven't
Yeah.
spoken with her in a minute, but I always keep my eye on her hair just to
Aw.
make sure.
Of course. I love it, I love
Hi,
it.
Mariska.
Aw. And then did you do Kelly too? Kelly Giddish?
I established Kelly, but my key at the time was Tarsha Marshall, so she would do Kelly, but I did Ice, Chris, Belzer, Diane Neal, and Mariska. And you remember Michaela was there for a
Of
minute. I
course.
was doing Michaela, and then guest stars too, like Lena Olin
You had
on
a
down.
long day, long day.
Oh my God, yeah. But you know what? Law and Order gave me the most iconic guest stars. Like I got to work with Carol Burnett. Like I would have never in a million years thought I would, and she thought I was amazing. And I was like, oh my God, that is like the seal of approval in my
100%.
world over any other person. And Sybil Shepherd was another one that was
Stop it.
a big deal for me. Law and Order as a guest star, like Sybil was like, "You're amazing," and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm amazing," you know?
Yes. Oh, I love
Yeah,
this. I love
yeah.
this.
So it was a
So
great run.
what took you out of it? Like why did you what was it another job that took you out?
Well, let's go about the reality. Like
Mhm.
when I started in this business, I had a goal in mind, and the goal was not to just be on one show for the
Uh-huh.
rest of
Uh-huh.
my career.
Sure.
And it was the moment where I just had to say, it's time to go. So I was open to another opportunity, and the show I got was Power for Stars Network. They were starting up, and remember, Law and Order was already going, so I'd still never
Right.
designed a series
Okay.
or a major show.
Sure.
So I was
That makes
following
sense.
suit with what was already happening. So Power was my first time designing a major series. Even though it was cable, it wasn't prime time, but
Well, everybody
this
was
was a
watching it. Everybody was watching it.
oh, it's a
Yeah.
big deal. And then
Mhm.
so it set another tone for my future.
For
And
sure.
I just realized that some people like to get a series and just feel comfortable, like I have a normal 9 to 5 job.
Yes.
I really wanted to live the freelance life. I wanted to travel. I wanted to work in different countries, different cities. I just wanted to have new experiences all the time. It can seem a little daunting. Like my mother says she would never be comfortable not knowing where her next check is coming from.
Yeah, I know, right?
It works, it fits for me. I never even think about it like that. I'm like, it'll come. And it does. Somehow it works out. And here it is, 2024.
Right.
And if anything, my career has done nothing but incline, you know? So it was a great decision. It's not an easy one. And apparently because people have told me like, oh my God, you're really brave to like leave a steady job and just go and wing it and see what happens. Yeah, so it was as simple as that for me, and I don't regret it. I don't.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about because there's always the makeup artist that's on the set that's been there for 20 years and they're always buying a house upstate, right?
Always buy a house are in Jersey, and they always have a pool, and it's fabulous. It's
And they're always showing you how
Yes.
and they're always
You
saying
know
it's closing, and you're like, okay, and you're like, wait, oh no, I need more.
Yeah.
I love it. So Power, who was the creator for Power?
Well, it was Courtney Kemp as a showrunner, but
Right,
that's
right, right.
50 Cent also.
That's right. Thank you.
Randall
Okay.
Ahmed and Mark Canton.
Got it.
So I mean, all of them had a hand in it, but for me, it was all about Courtney because as the showrunner, she was the creative, so she was the one I went to for approval. She was the person that, in my mind, I had to make happy.
Fantastic. Okay. And then so she seemed very happy. So you had a good time on Power. And where did that shoot again? Was it Chicago? No.
New York City.
Okay.
Steiner Studios.
Got it.
It was great. And for me, that was a little more glamour than like, because people look at Law and Order as cop hair, even though, like, come on, Mariska's hair was far from cop hair.
Yes.
But I was judged on that because I had an opportunity for a show, and I won't say who, but she was like, oh, that's just cop hair. So I wasn't good enough for that show for the #1 because she looked at it as, I don't really know his work because all he's really done is cop hair.
Yeah.
So I listen to these things and I'm like, okay, so what we need is diversity. We need all the things on the resume. We need all the things so that when someone looks at it, you have to. And I've been saying that to even when I mentor younger artists, when people say, what do I need? I was like, learn everything. Right. Like, you don't want any job to go away because you don't know one particular thing. So that's why it was really important. I'm a barber as well. So I'm experienced in many periods dating back to now 1500s, as well as barbering and things like that. So any person, any actor, any character walk through the door, I can handle it.
I love that.
Yeah, because people will judge you on it. They're like, oh, he doesn't do enough glamour. Oh, he doesn't do enough period. Crackheads. He's never done a crackhead.
Crackheads.
You never know. It might be a movie where the #1 on the call sheet is a crackhead. You have to really make a gorgeous Hollywood actress into a mess.
Speaking of which, I see now your mentality and how it led you to the Penguin, because why did this have to be done to my favorite, most beautiful actor in Hollywood? Oh my God. I'm like telling my husband, who also feels the same way about him, I can't see Colin. I cannot see him. Where is Colin?
And it's amazing.
See him. Oh my God. The work is incredible. I mean,
incredible.
The close-ups, like, it's not even afraid to go close up. He can still express himself. He's still able to act through all that. I mean, saying stuff with his eyes. Okay.
No, it's trippy. It's really trippy, even in real life.
Really?
No, I'm telling you. Mike Marino designed him from the Batman film. He's special effects designer for the show.
So I see. Okay, got it. Okay.
But he established it from the film. And when I saw the film, I was floored that was Colin Farrell. So now I get to see it in real life. I was at the beginning, I just assisted with the application of the wig piece, because in the film, Colin would shave his head and had like a little halo haircut.
And he doesn't now?
Well, for the series, he didn't want that, I guess, because it was like an 8-month gig. So he didn't want to walk around New York without hair. So Mike and his team devised a situation where they did like a half ball cap, and they need the hairstylist assistants just to like slick Colin's hair down really tight, and then they do their magic and apply the piece. And then at the beginning of the season, then I like cut it and blended it in with the sides and things like that, and maybe color match and things like that as far as the hair part of it. But I mean, Mike is the genius behind the overall Colin thing. But it was to the point where I would see Colin as Colin, talk to him, have a good time. He would be Penguin. I would forget it's Penguin. And when I was talking with Colin, when I was talking with Oz, it was, in my mind, I was talking with Oz. So we had this banter that we would do, because he would call me by my alter ego name.
Which is?
Bambi, like Bambi Lamore, back when I was a dancer.
Love.
So when he found out my name, he was like, Bambi, why am I not calling you Bambi? So as Oz, he would be like, hey, Bambi. And he would be in character. And I would forget it's Colin, because literally talking to this man, there's nothing about him that looked like Colin Farrell. It is genius. Mike is a genius. So
the behavior, everything.
Everything.
Limp. I can't see him. And I'm just like, oh my God, please, God, where is Colin's Oscar, Emmy, whatever? Where is it?
Yeah.
Give it to the man. I don't understand. This man is God's gift. Tell me also about Sophia, her haircut. Did you cut that haircut?
Yeah, I did. I was 100% Sophia.
Oh,
But it was a little bit of a trick we had to do. I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell all these behind the scenes secrets. So what we had establishing Sophia was a lot of layers, a lot of people involved. You have DC over here, you have Max over here, you have the showrunner, the director, and Cristin.
Right.
Me and Cristin were on the absolute same page.
Cristin, the actress.
And the actress who plays Sophia. She understands fashion. She understands character development. This is a dream actor for me to work with, especially the fashion part, because a lot of times you work with actors, they're not really plugged into the current trends all the time. They bring a lot of their personal wishes to characters, and I'm like, but you're not yourself. So I always try to my job is to be like, this is a character thing, so that's why I love character development with wigs and things like that, so I can have 100% autonomy on this, right?
I call it security blankets. Security blankets when they're like, I love this coat. I've always wanted to wear.
I know. I use Linus blanket all the time as a reference. I'm like, get over that.
Blanket.
And you're making my job harder. And it's a little bit of it's a miss sometimes, because it's an opportunity for us to create something great that's new for the world to see. And you just can't pull away from your personal thing long enough to just because this is not like a normal show where you're playing yourself or something like that.
That's right.
This is a whole world we're creating. So basically, long and short is, Cristin and I vibed on everything. She wanted a little messy. She wanted it to, because the story of Sophia, she's coming from this world of Arkham. She was in an insane asylum. She's not altogether there, and she's not going to the salon. So in essence, she's cutting her hair. We just don't see it on camera. But when she's younger, her hair is long when she's daddy's little girl. But in Arkham, she's still longer. When she gets out, she's putting this demure act on to be like, nobody's assuming that I'm about to annihilate y'all. So then, as you see in the show, when she goes into this wolf cut, that's the beginning of her revealing herself. Okay, I'm tired of these pins. I want to cut my hair and be more edgy. So just designing that look, it was me and Cristin coming up with an idea. We wanted to use a wig. Max didn't like wigs because people a lot of times in the business are just really anti-wigs because they had a horrible wig
Money.
moment. Well,
Yes.
no, they're more afraid because a lot of people, when you put wigs on, they just look like wigs. And I'm saying, that's not my story. I can make it,
Right.
you know. So we
Yes.
had to prove it. And we
Mm.
had wigs and we used them for tests, and it was going back and forth, back and forth. So Cristin was like, I think we should just cut my hair and just they'll get over it. And I was like, ugh, I can't do that because I can lose my job. I was like, but if you did it on your own, then I could just be like, oops, she cut her hair and stuff like that. And she did.
Oh my
So
God.
she went to her stylist, her personal stylist, and was like, cut my hair like this. Her stylist did the initial cut, and then I finished it up. And then towards the end, there's two looks. She's actually wearing a wig. The final mullet look is all wig.
Oh.
And when we came back from the strike, Cristin had grown her hair out. So every scene after the strike, I had to take a wig and recreate it.
Oh my gosh.
To look like the first look.
Got it.
Which gagged everybody because it proved my point. Like, I can make a wig. They didn't know, you can't tell what's the wig and what's not.
Right.
Yeah. And that wasn't even custom wigs. That was John Blake Wigs, which is a Hollywood wig maker. They're basically stock wigs, you know.
Wow.
It wasn't even custom, yeah. But I was like, y'all, I've been dealing with wigs since the 90s. I know all the tricks.
Right.
So that's
Wow.
that's how her look started.
Oh, I love it. And how did the job come to you?
Dana Robin and Bill Carrera were producers on this. They also were producers on Lovecraft Country.
Okay.
And I did Lovecraft.
Right.
And that's where our relationship developed. And so when they got the job, they called me. And I'm forever grateful because this was one of the large feathers in my hat. I love this gig. It was so fun to work on.
I mean, I'm not a comic book person. I mean, I'll watch the Marvels because I have a son, but like, I just like some of them are outstanding, but this one's very different than
Yeah.
than I was expecting, and second, like anything else, really. What makes it so different?
Well, and I feel like what makes it different is what I love about it because it speaks to me as an artist. I think what makes it different is Dylan Clark and Matt Reeves, like they have from the movie itself, like their formula is edgy. It's I call it adult, you know, it's really underground and it may in doing this, it may not be for everybody, but it ended up being really popular. And I think the audience is starving for this type of thing instead of like a little more clean version and a cookie cutter version, like for children and things like that. This one might be more of a type of show where adults who don't ever want to watch a comic book show will actually watch this one and enjoy it. So I think just visually, that's what it is. It's edgy, it's darker. And it's almost like it comes across, even in the Batman film, it came like a horror type film. With that level of darkness, and the characters all have an edge, like this parallel universe. So that's what really attracted me to it. When the job came across my desk, I was like, this is the job for me, as opposed to maybe some jobs I wouldn't mind doing it, but as an artist, I love edgy. I love like things that are like not perfect and deconstructed looks as far as things like that. Yeah. Glamour is fabulous, but I think sometimes it's harder to make something fashion and deconstructed and have real storytelling involved other than, oh, her hair is beautiful.
Right. No, the story is so clear what you were telling me about Sophia's hair. So like I can see it all illustrated in the work that you've done.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you see it because it's meant to be a little manic.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a little like mysterious. The wolf cut, the shag, it's the bang. It's like she's hiding. She's always plotting. Her eyes are always working.
Oh, those huge eyes. Yes.
So and then the mullet is like the big reveal. It's like full crazy, but then upping the fashion, and that the layers sort of come alive like fire and
Yes.
tentacles. So I displayed the layers a little more, so they have more of a personality.
Oh my gosh, incredible, incredible. And you worked on Queen and Slim too, yes?
Yes,
How was that experience?
wonderful. Another one like where it's creative, working with some really creative people like Lena Waithe and Molina is like, I mean, I just love when I get the opportunity to not only work with filmmakers, but like real artist types that I look at like, wow, this person has real vision. And Queen
Right.
of Slim, although what appears like a simple movie, is so layered and looks and storytelling through all genres, all parts of it, whether it was the costume department, the cinematography, like set and everything, production design. So that was a really fun one to work on too. Like, you know, when you do something, you're really proud of it afterward, kind of thing.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Even Jodie's braids to me were not just braids. It was like, here's a girl who has like a ethnicity, an Afro kind of feeling to it, but she's a lawyer, so she's trying to be this prim and proper kind of crossover type chick. So how do I tell both stories but using braids? So we did twists, and we did them so they're really flexible to give like a Naomi Campbell kind of long.
Okay.
So imagine them not being braids, but it's just like a long weave, but we
Right.
actually use braids, but with the effect and the choreography that is long straight hair. Like she's the little girl living out her fantasy, trying to pose in front of these like lawyers and things like that.
The detail, I love the choreography. Yes.
You'll get it, because if it was just braids, it might be a little too like Afrocentric or whatever. And she's trying to pose and blend in her corporate world, which is what was making her go against Daniel's character, because she just thought he was too down. She was the snob kind of.
Right.
So it's like, so how do you do that with hair? And that's what we came up with. But that was a me and Molina collabo, because Molina is really creative.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, when you're talking about the tug of war between the network and the showrunner and the actress, what do you choose? What path how do you sort of isolate and figure out what you're going to do in the end?
It's tricky, because you have to stay professional too.
Well,
And
that, yeah.
and these, you know, people are signing your checks.
Mhm.
I do it just by being really honest.
Yeah.
I'm unapologetic.
Mhm.
So I say things that maybe some people might feel uncomfortable saying. My goal is to please, if it's a series, my goal is to please the showrunner and the actor. Those are the top two. I feel like the studio sometimes should just like let us have more of a say
Of
so,
course, of course.
and trust in us that I've been doing hair longer than you've been working for a studio. You know, like I've been doing hair for a long time, and I know character development. And if you trust me, I will give you, it's not about my ego, I will give you the best product or the best look for your investment. So,
Right.
so sometimes I feel like they miss that part, and they might feel like we just want to do great hair and I'm a hairstylist, it's all about me, which does exist. That's just
Yeah,
not my
that's true. That's true.
it
Right.
is true.
Mhm.
But it's not my story. And so
Yeah.
like Penguin, for example, because there's a lot of people involved,
Yeah.
I literally had to ask, who do I report to?
Mm.
Really? Like, because at the very beginning, I was like torn between like, well, who do I ask approval for? Because do I have to write an email with 10 people attached? Like
Uh-huh.
I was trying to like eliminate some of that
Yeah, of course.
secretly, just because I was like, well, I want to go to the person first who's going to get it, who has some say so, and let them talk to everybody else. I didn't want to come
Yes.
out the gate with it. And so
Right.
for this one, it was Craig, it was Lauren, with Craig directed and Lauren was showrunner. So but Dylan Clark from the world of the Matt Reeves world, Dylan was on set every day, and I definitely went with him for pretty much everything as well.
Wow.
You know, so and Max was jumping in a lot to the point where even Max, I think it was Sarah, she called my cell phone, which I'd never had in my career, the opportunity to speak to the head of the network, and we had to have a conversation because it was a lot of back and forth. And I was like, look, I'm trying to give you the best thing. Like, I know how to do wigs. And we got to a point and we were fine. So it was a respect thing too, because a lot of times you don't get to talk to studio heads and people in Los Angeles. So I felt honored that she took the time out her day to actually call me just to like, let's get to a point. Let's get to a place.
What was the concern? Because you were dealing with wigs and the budget was getting out of control?
No, the budget never was the issue. She just did not like wigs from the world.
This is so funny to me. It's
she
so
did not
funny
want a
to
wig.
me.
Did not want a wig. And I was like, it's Penguin. You have number one on the call sheet, walk around with a full wig, fat suit, prosthetics, like this is Hollywood. This is what films are made of. Like, what do you mean you don't want wigs? Like, you're tying my hands behind my back. You know, so it took convincing.
Love it.
Did. And I bet if you talk to her now after the show is out, she will say Brian knew what he was doing.
Yay.
Because you couldn't tell me what was the wig on this show at all.
No,
so
100%.
That's the point. Even Carmen with this blonde hair, that was a store-bought wig. We could not get a custom blonde. And when I saw that close up on the big screen at the premiere, I was like, word. I had to pat myself on the back. Because I was like, oh my God, because that was the wig I was really worried about. Because you can't hide nothing. Her hair is black. So I couldn't even cheat with her hair. Couldn't. And the lace on store-bought wigs is very thick. It's not HD quality. It's very hard to blend. So
wow.
So for all the
Spirit Halloween lace. Wow.
You know, very, very Ricky's.
Very Ricky's. Oh, R.I.P. Ricky's.
I know.
I miss you.
It was Shangri-La for me. I loved Ricky's so much.
Oh my gosh, Shangri-La. Oh, well, Brian, I love talking to you. I can't wait till the Penguin gets renewed and we can talk again about all the looks. I know it's going to be. It's a big,
I don't know.
Huge hit.
I know.
Everybody
I'm really
I talked to is
surprised.
watching to it.
Yeah, I mean, people, I'm seeing it is blown up. I felt it was going to be a big deal, but I didn't anticipate it to be this level.
Me either. It kind of like snuck in there, and then I saw the artwork, and I was like, "Is it a movie? Is it a show?" But now I'm seeing the press come out about how good it is, and the new appointment TV they're calling it. So
right. Well, I'm putting it out there because this is supposed to segue into the next Batman movie. So hopefully they'll invite me to work on the movie because that would be a dream come true.
Well, it sounds like if Sophia's a part of it, like you're not leaving her side.
Well, look, I'm gonna be like, Cristin, don't forget me. Let's see.
Yes,
but
exactly.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Everything crossed always. Oh, Brian, I'm gonna let you go for today, but I'm gonna have you back when we talk about something new because I know you're gonna be up to 100 more things.
Thank you. It was fun talking with you. I mean, I had a great time. And again, I'm honored to have been a part of it. I'm really, really flattered. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Look Behind the Look is a Vinyl Foot production, written by me, your host, Tiffany Bartok, produced by Jace Bartok, edited by Mugresh Thakor. If you're interested in learning more, find our video version on the YouTube channel, Look Behind the Look Podcast. There you can see rare photos and clips from our guests. And please follow us on Twitter at LookBehindPod and Instagram at LookBehindTheLook. If you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe. And tell your friends and spread the word. You can subscribe to us on iTunes or any podcatcher of your choice. Thanks for listening to Look Behind the Look.